in the Dark.
Hey, let's take a quick look at the different evolutions of the Werewolf in the Dark cards in the game itself. We're going to start with the original cards sent to me by Andy Patton, me being Alan Gerding. And you can see he had two different variations of the werewolf. They have the same ability, just different art. That's right, he had already had art. This game was pretty much already published. He had a ton of villagers, which means you could have one werewolf and nothing but villagers if you wanted to. But of course he had additional characters like a seer, zombie, skinwalker, there's a hunter in there. We're not going to go through all the different characters here, but I was so inspired. We made over 50 characters and right away we hired Bradley Blair because we knew that we wanted next level art for these. So actual hand carved wood prints. You can see this is my print and play, cut straight from paper. But now look at that art, and you'll notice I did a whole bunch of different variations. Like here's the abomination, the monster's highlighted in pink, there's yellow, pink in here. I also changed some of the fonts because we wanted to test to see what would look the best, what felt the best. We did a whole bunch of variations as we play tested this, a crap ton. Here's some yellow and some characters. We did some full color, here's blob and green, etc. But we knew the wood prints were beautiful. We just had to make sure that graphic design did them justice as well as the game. But we didn't just have the character cards, we had ghost cards. And you can see I just hand wrote these at first on these blank playing cards. Here's a funny little story. If you look at the art of some of these, I actually debated doing the art for all of the game, all the illustrations myself. Call it arrogant, just self-involved, because I thought, oh, it's cute enough and my wife loves my art. But everyone said, no, this game's a serious thing. We need some serious art, not just your really crappy doodles you just do in a couple of seconds. So no, we hired Bradley Blair, got the art, the wood print hand carved, and sent it to Game Crafter. So now these are Game Crafter cards. This is like our first prototype. And here is the wolf pack icon. We did separate it into two different packs. I'll explain why later. But we basically kept it to only 3 colors per card. It was black, white, pink, which we use for monsters, and orange, which we're going to use for all of the other characters. Why is that? It was based upon our love for the card back. Just look at this thing. Again, hand carved by Bradley. We love the orange and the pink. So we wanted it in all of the cards, originally. Ghost token time. The art for the icons was also done by Bradley Blair. These were not hand-carved wood prints, but they were done digitally. Still gorgeous. They get the job done in wonderful ways. This is also why we decided to separate all of the characters and ghosts into 2 packs. We learned from our mistake with 2 Rooms and a Boom because some characters went underused. We got the characters that synergized best together in the same packs. Here is the monster box. You can see the monster box icon. These characters in the monster box work really well together, and they work really well with the ghost tokens that come with the monster box. Now, of course, they also work well with the wolf pack, but we really wanted to narrow everyone's focus. Because when you buy the monster box, you're going to feel how well these characters play together. When you get the opossum with the thingy, and you combine that with the dead ghost token, or when you're playing with a vampire combined with the child, you will feel how well these characters and ghosts work together. Let's move on to the white box. This is what manufacturers send you. This is no printing, just materials. Do you approve of the contents? We have this nice box, very familiar, World Championship Russian Roulette, 2 Rooms and a Boom. Here is what will be the rule book, which we think will be 20 pages. Here's what will be the character guide, which we think will be 16 pages. Here are the cards. They're bridge-sized. They are not plastic cards. No. Instead, they are nice, thick core cards. Why did we not go with plastic like we did with 2 Rooms and a Boom? Because in 2 Rooms and a Boom, you're holding on to your stinking card the entire game. It gets worn and torn. But here, you look at your character card, put it down. All right, when we move on to these ghost tokens, I want you to take a good look at the length of them. These ghost tokens, nice thick cardboard tokens, they are the length of the bridge size cards, and therefore they fit into this nice, beautiful vacuum tray. Corner holes to pull it out, which in second thought we didn't like so much because then it requires 2 hands to use. But then the other problem is we found that the first vacuum tray we manufactured wouldn't fit the bridge size cards because it tapers inside. So you can't put the cards in there, you'd have to shove them. That was no good, so we disapproved of that. Notice how 12 candles fit beautifully in this box. But here is the lining of the box on the inside, and just cardboard like this, and it's exposed so you can see the inside. It looks like cheap Amazon box cardboard. Ding, ding. Camera won't focus. But it was doing the job. It just wasn't doing the job beautifully. So we decided, you know what, if we make enough money, if we get enough backers, let's upgrade that cardboard to some foam board. So now let's move on to the updated white box where you get to see the improvements. Here is a better vacuum tray with middle holes in it to pull out with one hand. They are definitely deep enough, and here's that foam core lining. No more exposed cardboard. Here's some other candles. Notice different types of candles, but this is the one that we decided to go with if we get that 99,000 mark. I have them in the background here. They have the melty sides to them. Nice, easy on-off. Batteries won't be included, but they're easy to put in. Now we put the vacuum tray in, and look at that foam board doing its job, holding it in place. Now, I'm not sure if you've made it this far in the video, if packaging makes you excited or not. I know it does me, but congrats on making this far. But let's see how this packaging works with the updated cards. Again, none of these are final. We've broken the orange and pink motif. But how do they look in the box? That's the question. Boom. They fit in the tray all the way there perfectly. Here's the tokens. These are from GameCrafter. They're shorter than the final version. So keep in mind, the final version, again, will be the full length. The back of them will have this zombie type arm that will have UV coating, so reflect. We have the corner markers letting you know what pack each of the ghost tokens come in. But now let's bring out the monster pack. And if you look, it fits in there as well. So if you're going to combine them into one box, they can fit into one box. Let's bring in these ghost tokens. See if these ghost tokens fit in here as well. You got that corner icon letting you know that is indeed the monster box and not the wolf pack. Slide these babies in here. Oh, Shazam. Everything fits in one box. Keep in mind the ghost tokens will be full length bridge size in the final production, not short like these GameCrafter tokens here. There is another question that some backers have asked, and that has to do with the condoms, the sleeves, if you will. Will a sleeved card still fit in the box? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to slip this vampire in there, and place it in to make sure there's enough wiggle room for sleeved cards. Yes, indeed, and there's even enough depth to hold all these cards in here if they're sleeved. Oh man, I can't tell you enough how much it warms my heart to think that this will get into your hands. Thank you for watching. Thank you for backing.
Werewolf in the dark.